The relationship of friendship is not limited to human beings only. When we say the word friendship, two people close to each other come to our minds. But in reality, there are friendship relations of another kind, which may combine two animals or between a person and an animal. And they're strong in cooperation and interdependence prevail love and loyalty. Here we'll show you this exciting story of a strong friendship that brought together a puppy and a newborn baby to develop later on and impress everyone. When Katie was about to give birth to her first baby, her sister came to her and told her that she had thought carefully about the gift she'd give her daughter, a small Labrador puppy that she'd bought from a farmer who lived in a village next to the city where they lived. Katie rejected the idea at first because she thought this would harm her young daughter. 2 months after Katie gave birth to her baby, who was a female, and named her Sarah, her sister brought the little puppy and urged her to accept the gift. After taking a flower, the mother accepted the gift and kept the dog for her daughter. From the first days that the dog arrived at the house, he showed his attachment to the little girl and was constantly beside her, despite the fact that he used to take over the food she provided to her at times, so that the mother had to feed her away from the dog. Over the years, the friendship between the dog and the little girl has evolved, and they never separated. The dog became involved with Sarah and everything she was doing, until he became watching with animated films in the morning. Then he went out with her to accompany her to school. The dog wakes up while she wakes up in the girl, Sarah, and enters the toilet. Then enters his face in a bucket in the bathroom. Then dries it with a towel that the mother specifically put into the bathroom, and then takes the breakfast next to Sarah. The dogs become sharing the girl, whatever you do until you go out of the house to go to the school. The dog wakes up while she wakes up in the girl, Sarah, and enters the toilet, then enters his face in a bucket in the bathroom, then dries it with a towel that the mother specifically put into the bathroom, and then takes his breakfast next to Sarah. The dogs become sharing the girl, whatever you do, until you go out to the house to go to school. The dog takes the girl to the door to the school, and when he feels that the time for her to leave the school is approaching, he goes there and waits for her at the door. And immediately after her exit, he rushes to her to hug her and brings her back to the house. The situation doesn't stop there, as these two go out on tour every weekend and eat out of the house. And the Labrador dog accompanies the girl, who's at the dance floor, where he sits, waiting for her inside the hall, until she finishes the class and then returns. She's accompanied her to the house. The mother, Katie, said that the dog gets angry when he notices that someone wants to share his time with Sarah, gets upset, and even reaches the point of assaulting him so that he can stay away from her and be alone with her. So also indicated that the daughter rarely goes on tour with her friends because that disturbs the dog, and prefers to take him with her even when she meets her friends. The girl grew and the dog grew with her. The fluff became like an old dog, but none of the old customs that gathered her changed. The dog remained true to his traditions and was growing in love with the girl day after day. And the relationship of the two is gaining attention in the city where they live. Although the dog was exposed to a malignant tumor at the level of his neck, Sarah did not abandon him, and the company of her parents helped him to operate in order to eradicate that tumor, a surgical procedure that eventually succeeded despite its seriousness. Sarah supported her loyal and beloved dog in his ordeal from the beginning until he finally recovered from it. And still until now, he accompanies her wherever she goes because she's not able to part him even for a day. And she's in the happiness when she's with him. The mother didn't think that the gift that her sister had offered her, which she considered trivial, would make the life of the only daughter all happy. In addition to that, the pictures of the dog and the girl, Sarah, spread on social media, and the two became very famous people, as their friendship exceeded all expectations, and became an example of friendship and loyalty. Dogs are very loyal animals to their owner, and they have a positive impact on young children. The lightness of their spirit and their constant fun improves the mood of the young and makes him attractive, as he increases the percentage of positive energy in him and improves his behavior, especially if he's naughty, to become more calm.